Okay. Whew. So, had a tournament today, and I got my butt kicked. The interesting thing is, I was warming up, and my matches were some of the last matches of the day, so most people were gone. And there were, a couple other guys warming up, and I thought that those were the guys in my division. And they looked pretty athletic, and I'm like, all right, I might have my work cut out for me. And then, I go downstairs to the mats, and there's one guy in my category, and he's not imposing looking, and I thought I was going to beat him, and he whooped my behind. He submitted me twice. And then the saving grace of the day was that after we were done, he said, "Are you a blue belt?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, I've been a purple belt for a long time. I've been training like 9 years, and I'm basically undefeated in these matches." So anyway, the guy's been training like more than twice as long as I've been training, and he's, kind of significantly outranks me. So, I told him that made me feel better. But anyway, it was a humbling day. Whew. And I'm still like very tired. Even though the last match, the second match, almost went the distance. There was still over a minute left, so it's like, he submitted me in less than 4 minutes. The first match, I think it was like, how long was it? Like, I don't know. I think it took him like between 2 and 3 minutes to submit me. So anyway, yeah. So I didn't spend like that much time on the mat, but I'm tired. And I'm just thinking about like takeaways from the day. Honestly, like as far as my mental, just like situation, I think today was probably the best of any tournament I've done so far. Like I was in the best mental place that I've been yet. So it's kind of ironic that I was in the best mental place, but I had the worst outcome I've had yet in a tournament. But I really, I felt very kind of centered, not up in my head. I was like more relaxed, So anyway, I'll definitely have things to learn from watching the tape. And, like the guy, he was good. Yeah. There's no reason that I should have won those matches. And I guess if I'm looking for positives, I stayed active. I didn't freeze. One thing I'll say is my coach wasn't there, so I was on my own, and he had teammates there, which he didn't need them to beat me, but he did have teammates, and it really like today, I can see more than I ever have, like how much it helps to have a coach, because like I still, you know, would have lost even if my coach was there and giving me advice, but I might have avoided, getting submitted, because there were moments when, like, I was just confused, like, stuff wasn't working the way that I wanted it to, and I could feel myself almost like locking up out of indecision. Thankfully I was able to kind of keep moving, but it was just like when stuff's not working the way you think it should, or the way you're used to it working, it's confusing. And so, it would have helped to have a coach to kind of walk me through. So anyway, that's, kind of a good to see that. So, yeah, no, but I mean, overall, I can't really even say I'm disappointed, because there's nothing to be disappointed in. I guess maybe a little down, although as I say that, I don't even think that's true. Yeah, I'm tired, but I went, I competed, I gave my best, and I saw how much further I have to go, which I probably needed that, because I was feeling pretty good. I went in thinking, yeah, I'm pretty good. I should do well today. And like if I had actually faced someone, my own rank, I probably would have done well. But sometimes you need to be humbled, and like everything happens the way it's supposed to. So I have no regrets. It's another tournament in the books. It's just more experience, more character building. I had a long time to wait. And so, I was sitting there and I was like, I could just leave. I don't have to stay here. And I didn't. So, just like a reminder that you don't have to do this stuff. It's voluntary. We put ourselves through these things to make our life more rewarding. And so it was a good day.